Hello, my name is Hendrix, and today I'm going to show you how to migrate your SQL 2005 databases to Microsoft SQL Azure. As you can see here, I'm now on my current SQL 2005 box. I have an instance of SQL 2005 running with an application database here. If I want to go back out, I have an application connected to this guy. It's actually just a simple report and services report, and it's a sales report connected to this database. As you can see, I have my data source listed at the bottom, connected to the same one. So we have a functional sales report here showing that I can connect back into that guy. So everything is functioning. So I'm going to show you now is how we can go through the method of migrating that. As we know, SQL 2005 is going out of support in April 2016, and a lot of customers are stuck with legacy applications that need to be migrated. We have a few different tools that allow you to do this. One of the easier ones that we have available to you is called the SQL Database Migration Wizard. This supports databases from SQL Server 2005 through 2014 and allows you to migrate those directly to Azure SQL Database. There's some different requirements associated with this, but it's located at sqlazuremw.codeplex.com. I've downloaded that onto the secondary server here, and we'll take a look and see how that works today. I have a zip file that's created as you download it. It downloads and you can extract it into an individual location on either a local server or the remote server. By simply running the application, it will bring up this tutorial or this wizard. And from here you can see you have a bunch of options. You're going to be coming from some particular database, but you can do it from SQL Server to Azure SQL, from Azure SQL Database to SQL Server, or from Azure SQL Database to Azure SQL Database. From the target server instance, you get to pick it here. You can pick from the older legacy Azure SQL Database or the new V12 instance. For our case today, we're going to do the V12. There's a number of different things you can do as well. You can do just an analysis of your actual database. You can actually create script files, or you can do the whole thing. What we're going to do today is we're actually going to do an analysis and a migration. So I click next here. Since I am on my local box, I can go here. I don't really need to save my login information because I'm local on the box. It's going to look at my big test database, which was the guy that I had here. And if I click next, it's going to walk through and start looking at what different objects are available there. If you had any other objects on here, store procedures, things like that, they'd be listed here. These are the ones I have currently listed in this database. Clicking next, it'll go through and it'll basically go through and start to analyze what my database looks like, the data, field types, column types, things like that. And it allows you to take a look at anything that might be a problem. Since I'm doing data as well, it actually BCP'd out all my data within my database and put those into files on my local system. If I want to take a look at the actual SQL script, it'll show me exactly what I have here to work with as well. Generates all my table query statements. So this isn't doing like a backup or store or anything like that. It's actually re-scripting out your actual database, and it helps you with the migration. So from here is where I need to figure out where I'm going to go to. If I go back over into my Azure portal, I have a number of different database servers that are available to me. We'll pick any of these databases servers that I have out here. I can use this AZ SQL Eddy as one of the guys I want to use. I think I have some room left on him. I'll copy that. Moving back into my actual portal. I'm going to use my local SQL logon for this because I know I can connect to it. You can use any logon that you may have. It forgot I didn't add the extension, but it says it's going to put that on there for me anyway. It says I'm connected. I've already migrated this guy out here once, so we can create another database for it if we'd like. I think it'd be just as easy just to delete this guy. Since I've given it my credentials and information, it should be able to go out there and do that. All right, now I can create another database. It's going to ask me my sizing information I'd like to have for him. Basic, standard, or premium. The S series within the standard size. I'm going to make this guy a smaller one since I know it's not going to be that big. Now I can go out and actually create my database. So it's going to take those scripts that I just created previously, and it's going to run those against that server and create my new database. Should just take another moment here. All right. So now it's creating my database. Created my database successfully. So I'm going to select that guy as the one that I'm going to migrate everything to. So it says now I don't want to execute that script against there. So I don't want to create all my tables. I don't want to start to pump all my data in. So that's what it's running through now. As you can see, it's processing through those steps for me. It's like we have about 49 steps to go through. It's pumping data into sales detail, and it looks like we're done. So from here, if we go back over to my database system here, see I still have this one, although the name is still out there from last time I was there. What I can do now from a migration standpoint, go back into my actual report. We'll go to my data sources, where I was connected into my SQL 2005 instance before. I'm going to change that to my Azure SQL instance, which I thought I still had copied here, but apparently not. Get that out of my connection strings. Change that here. Database name is still the same. I'll have to retype in my password because even though I saved my logon, the password wasn't saved. Test my connection and apply that. Now if I go back and run my report again, application didn't have to change. Only really the database and server name did. You can see I have the same report here. Same data is still available to me. Everything has been migrated over. And I'm now connected to my Azure SQL database. So that is how to simply move from a SQL 2005 instance, which is going out of support, to SQL Azure Database, which is a platform as a service. All the maintenance is taken care of for you, and your application still remains. Thanks. If you have any question, reach out.